open it, can't you?
Howdy.
What do you want?
Well, just got done with my business down at the farm, and I thought I'd pay a call. You got a gun, I see.
Good. Go 45.
What do you do with it?
Shoot things.
Now that there picture, now that's a voluptuous woman, ain't it?
Your eyes don't lie to you.
Well, no, she does have a few coconuts tied onto her.
Shits. That ain't a thing to what I got here. Look at that topping.
I'll go blind. Now that'd get me out of here, that would.
That's a dinger, that is.
Yeah, that sure is a dinger. It's a good looking rope you got there. Spins nice, you know, Will Parker? He can sure spin a rope. Well, I thought that was a strong hook. Well, you could hang yourself on that, Judd.
I could what?
Now, you could hang yourself. It'd be as easy as falling off a log. Now, the fact is, now, you could fall off the log or the chair. Whichever you fall off of, you just gotta tie that real good up around your neck there first, of course. Then, all you'd have to do to be to fall off the log or the chair. Whichever you'd fall off of, like 5 minutes or less, with good luck, you'd be as dead as a doornail.
Now, what do you mean by that?
Oh, the folks would come to your funeral and sing sad songs.
Nah.
Now, they would. You never know how many people like you till you're dead. You'd be all laid out in your best suit with a high starch collar and your hair combed down slick.
Would there be any flowers, do you think?
Oh, sure would, and palms too, all around your coffin. And them folks stand around your coffin in the minute, bow their heads, and the women step softly. Some would probably faint. The ones that took a shine to you when you was alive.
Well, women have took a shine to me.
Oh, lots of women. Only they don't come right out and show you first unless you die.
I guess that's so.
They sure would sing loud though when the singing started. Sing like their hearts would break. Poor John is dead. Poor John Fry is dead. Oh, gather round his coffin now and cry. He had a heart of gold and he wasn't very old. Oh, why did such a feller have to die? Poor John is dead. Poor John Fry is dead. He's looking oh so peaceful and serene. And serene. He's all laid out to rest with his hands across his chest. His fingernails have never looked so clean. Then the preacher'd get up and he'd say, folks, we are here to moan and groan over our brother Judd Fry, who hung himself by a rope at the Smokehouse, amen. And then there'd be some weeping and wailing from some of them. And then he'd say, Judd was the most misunderstood man on the territory. People used to think he was a mean, ugly fella. And they called him a dirty skunk and an honorable pig stealer. But the folks that really knowed him know that beneath those two dirty shirts he always wore, there beat a heart as big as all outdoors.
As big as all outdoors.
Judd Fry loved his fellow man.
He loved his fellow man.
He loved the birds of the forest and the beasts of the field. He loved the mice and the bowmen and the ball. He treated the rats like equals, which was right. He loved little children. He loved everybody and everything in the world. Only he never let on, so nobody else ever knew it. Poor John is dead. Poor John Fry is dead. His friends are weeping well for miles around.
Miles around.
The daisies in the dell will give out a different smell, because poor John is underneath the ground.
Poor Judd, he's dead. A candle lights his head. He's laying in the coffin made of wood. And folks are feeling sad, 'cause they used to treat him bad. But now they know their friend is gone for good.
Good. Poor John, he's dead. A candle lights his head. He's looking oh so pretty and so nice. He looks like he's asleep. It's a shame that he won't keep. But it's summer and we're running out of ice. Poor Judd, poor Judd. Yes, sir, that's the way to be. Now, that would sure be an interesting funeral. Wouldn't like to miss it.
Wouldn't like to miss it, eh? Maybe you will. Maybe you'll go first.
Maybe, now let's see now. Where'd you work up before you came up here? It was up by Quapaw, wasn't it?
Before that, over by Tulsa. Lousy there was to me, the both of them. I was making out they was better, treating me like dirt.
And what'd you do? Get even?
Who said anything about getting even?
No one that I recollect. It just come into my head.
If it came to getting even, I'd know how to do it.
That?
There's safer ways than that, if you use your brains. Say, do you remember that fire on the barley farm over by Sweetwater?
Sure do. It's about 5 years ago, wasn't it? Terrible accident. It burnt up the father, and the mother, and the daughter.
That weren't no accident. A fella told me the hard hand was stuck on the barley girl. He found her in the hayloft with another fella.
And it was him that burnt the place?
Took him weeks to get all the kerosene buying at different times. The fella who told me made it out like it happened in Missouri. But I knew the whole time it was a barley farm. What a liar he was.
Kind of a murderer too, wasn't he? Good little air in here.
You ain't told me yet what business you had here. We got no cows for sale, there are no cow ponies. Yoke crop, it's done spoke for.
Sure relieved my mind considerable.
There's only one other thing you'd want on this farm, and it better not be that.
But that's just what it is.
Better not be. She promised to go with me, you hear?
You know, somebody ought to tell Lloyd what kind of a man you are. And for that matter, somebody ought to tell you what's about yourself.
You better get out of here, Curly.
You know, a fella, he wouldn't feel very safe in here with you if he didn't know you. But I know you, Judd. And in this country, there's two things that you can do if you're a man. And live outdoors is one, and live in a hole is the other. Now, I've sat by my horse in the breast summer many a times and heard a rattlesnake. Rattle, 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 he'd go scared to death. Somebody's getting close to him. Somebody's going to step on his hole. Get his old fangs ready full of pus. Well, now, as long as you live in a hole, you're scared. You got to have protection. Oh, you can have muscles, oh, like iron, and you can still be as weak as an empty bladder. Unless you've got things to barb your hide with. Now, how'd you get to be the way you are anyway? Just sitting up here and thinking the way that you're thinking. Now, why don't you do something healthy once in a while? Instead of staying up here, crawling and festering. Yeah! You ought to feel better now. That's hard on the roof, though. You know, I wish you'd let me show you something. You see that knot hole over there about as big as a dime? Yes, we'll see if I can hit it. That was 2 bullets right through the knot hole. Kiss a whistle, though, didn't you? Now, I knew I could hit it. You saw it, too, didn't you? Somebody's a-coming, I expect.
Who fired off a gun? Was that you, Curly? Don't sit there, you lummy. Answer when you spoke to.
Well, I shot twice.
Well, what was you shooting at?
Well, you see those knot holes over there?
Yeah, I see a lot of knot holes.
Well, it was 2 of them.
Well, ain't you a pair of purty nothings, picking away at knot holes and scaring everybody to death. Or to give you a good Dutch rub and iron some of the craziness out of you. It's all right. Nobody hurt. Just a pair of fools swapping noises.
Mind if I visit with you, gents? It's good to get away from the women folk for a while. Now, we're all by ourselves. I got a few pretties. Private knickknacks for to show you. Special for the men folk.
Yeah, I'll see you gentlemen later. I gotta get a surrey I hired for tonight.
Art postcards.
Who do you think you're taking in that Surrey?
Ain't Eller. And Lori, if she'll go with me.
Well, she won't.
Well, maybe she will.
She won't. She promised to go with me. She better not change her mind. She better not.
Now, I want you to look at these straight from Paris.
Don't want none of them things now. You got any frog stickers?
You mean one of them long knives? What's what you want with a thing like that?
I don't know. Kill a hog or a skunk. It's all the same, ain't it? Tell you what I want more than that if you got one. You ever hear one of the things they call the little wonder? Something you hold up to your eye to see funny pictures. Only that ain't all there is to it. There's a jigger on the side, and when you touch it, out springs a sharp blade.
On a spring, eh?
You say to a fella, look through this. Then when he's looking, you snap out the blade, it's just above the chest and bang. Down you come.
Well, that's a good joke to play on a friend. I, don't handle things like that. What I'd like to show you is my new stock of postcards.
Sick of them things. I'm gonna get me a real woman.
A woman? What would you want with a thing like that? I'm having troubles right now. All on account of a woman. And you say you want one? Why? Look at you. You're a man who is free to come and go as you please. You've got a nice, cozy little place here. Nobody to bother you. Artistic pictures. They don't talk back to you.
I'm tired of all these pictures of women.
All right, you're tired of them. So buy new ones. You get tired of a woman, and what can you do? Nothing. Just keep getting tireder and tireder.
I've made up my mind.
You want a real woman? Do you happen to know a girl named Adu Amy?
I don't want her.
I don't want her either, but I've got her.
I want nothing from no peddler. I want real things. What am I doing? Like a fella says are crawling in a festering? What am I doing in this lousy smokehouse? The floor creaks, the door squeaks. There's a field mouse a-nibbling on a broom. And I sit by myself like a cobweb on a shelf, by myself in a lonely room. But when there's a moon in my window and it slants down a beam across my bed, then the shadow of a tree starts a-dancing on the wall, and a dream starts a-dancing in my head. And all of the things that I wish for turn out like I want them to be. And I'm better than that smart aleck cowhand who thinks he is better than me. And the girl that I want ain't afraid of my arms, and her own soft arms keep me warm. And her long yellow hair falls across my face just like the rain in a storm. The floor creaks, the door squeaks, and the mouse starts a-nibbling on a broom. And the sun flicks my eyes, it was all a pack of lies. I'm awake in a lonely room. I ain't gonna dream about her arms no more. I ain't gonna leave her alone. Going outside, get myself a bride, get me a woman to call.